Lindsay walked through the prison gates, free at last. But the weight of the past still lingered. A mix of fear and excitement surged through her, a whirlwind of emotions she couldn't quite control. Garrett waited, a nervous smile on his face, his heart pounding with anticipation. He held a single yellow rose, a symbol of hope and new beginnings.
Lindsay.
He breathed, pulling her close, feeling the warmth of her body against his. She clung to him, burying her face in his shoulder, seeking comfort in his familiar embrace. His familiar scent, a mix of leather and aftershave, brought back a flood of memories. Some good, some painful, all of them vivid.
Let's go home.
Home. The word felt foreign after 5 long years behind bars. Lindsay longed for a fresh start, a chance at normalcy, but doubt gnawed at her, whispering uncertainties. Could she truly trust Garrett? Could she trust herself? Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Lindsay settled into her new life, trying to make the unfamiliar feel like home. Garrett was supportive, encouraging her to find a job and rebuild her life. He was always there, offering a helping hand. He cooked her favorite meals and showered her with affection, making her feel cherished and loved. One evening, they strolled hand in hand through the park, the setting sun casting a golden glow around them. Laughter came easily as they reminisced about old times, their shared memories bringing them closer. For a moment, Lindsay allowed herself to believe their love could conquer all, that nothing could come between them. But doubt, like a persistent shadow, lingered in the back of her mind, refusing to be ignored.
Garrett, what have you been up to these past 5 years? She asked, her voice tinged with uncertainty.
Garrett was evasive about his past 5 years, his answers vague and unconvincing. He received late-night calls from unknown numbers, his voice hushed and guarded, adding to her unease. Lindsay pushed away her suspicions, telling herself she was being paranoid. She had to trust him, didn't she? Trust was the foundation of their relationship after all. The phone call came on a Tuesday afternoon. Lindsay answered, her heart pounding in her chest. It was a woman's voice, cold and accusing.
Stay away from Garrett, he's mine.
Lindsay hung up, her mind racing. Denial battled with a sickening certainty. She had to know the truth. That night, while Garrett slept, Lindsay searched his phone. The messages confirmed her worst fears. Garrett had been lying to her, seeing another woman all along. Anger, raw and consuming, coursed through her. She woke Garrett with a shove.
How could you?
Garrett's face paled. He stammered, trying to explain, but the words rang hollow. His mind raced, searching for the right thing to say, but nothing came out right. The betrayal cut deep, shattering the fragile trust Lindsay had painstakingly built. Her heart ached, feeling the weight of every broken promise.
We were on a break. It meant nothing. I swear it was a mistake.
Nothing? 5 years, Garrett. 5 years of trust gone in an instant.
Tears streamed down her face, a mixture of anger and heartbreak. She couldn't believe this was happening. She grabbed her bag, stuffing clothes inside with trembling hands. Each item thrown in felt like another piece of her life falling apart.
Lindsay, please don't do this. We can work it out.
But Lindsay was already at the door. She turned back, her eyes filled with a mix of sadness and resolve. She knew this was the end.
Goodbye, Garrett. This is goodbye.
The door closed behind her, leaving Garrett alone with the wreckage of their shattered love. The silence was deafening. Lindsay stepped out into the night, uncertain of her future, but determined to rebuild her life, this time on her own terms. The road ahead was unclear, but she knew she had to move forward.